Hey guys, welcome back into Build Up SummerSlam episode 2. King and Queen of the Ring was the episode 1. Now it's time for Clash of the Castle.
King of the Ring was not that good, by the way. I would, if I'm doing a letter grade, A to F, whatever, my report card of it's probably like a
C.
C plus. I would say a C plus, just because the Styles and Rhodes match was 5 stars.
Well, no, it would have been Logan Paul, and Rhodes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking Backlash. Yeah, never mind. C plus.
Yeah,
Garbage. Garbage. It
but
was garbage.
I tell you what, I'm pretty sure. Oh, uh, I didn't really care for Nia Jax's match in
It was bad.
the
It was
Queen of the Ring. Yeah, like
her opponent.
she
Like, dude, her opponent was like, "Oh, look,
Valkyrie.
a gimme. Oh, it was a gimme." I'm not saying Valkyrie's bad. I'm not saying that at all. She's talented. Young, she got all the talent in the world. She's young. She's gonna be a star. But for her to give Denia Jack, I'm like, dude, that's so not even fair. Like, that's not even.
Dude, I hate to say it. In my personal opinion, there Nia Jax is like 4 inches taller than her and like 200 and like 150 pounds heavier than her. I'm like, there's no way that girl's gonna win. I mean,
It's like Shaq versus Mosey Boggs.
yeah, no kidding. That's how it looked. It looked
Yeah.
terrible. It was terrible. But anyway, so welcome back. This is episode 2. We're on to Clash of the Castle. Episode 3 will be Money in the Bank, and then we will be live at SummerSlam for episode 4 in August. But what?
Trevor Lawrence just got a $275 million extension on 5-year deal.
All right, we're on the
What?
wrong. All right, that's on a different show. All right, we're not breaking that into this show. I know that was gonna happen, but we're getting that.
Gotta calm down a minute.
Calm down. We got Clash of the Castle.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm focused. Sorry, I'm
We'll
focused.
cover
I'm
that here
focused.
later. We'll cover that here later. Okay,
Sorry,
so
it just popped up on my phone.
obviously,
Apologize.
obviously we've seen the build up in Raw, right, and we've seen the build up in SmackDown to this event. Uh, I want to highlight those before we get into the actual matchup of the Clash of the Castle. Raw, Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. Been an interesting story a little bit. Um, Drew McIntyre basically got his title ripped away from him by Damian Priest at WrestleMania from the Money in the Bank cash in from CM Punk also because Drew McIntyre ran his mouth to CM Punk.
That was so
But
funny. That was
that
funny.
was dope. But obviously we knew this build up was going to happen. We knew this story was going to happen because Drew McIntyre wants his title back, right? He wants his title that he had for 5 minutes back. Um, I like that it's in Scotland. I love that, the Scottish guy. I love that, Drew McIntyre's from Scotland, so it's going to make it a little bit more entertaining because he's
Mm-hmm.
going back to his home country. But that story's been built up. We have Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio. That has been a huge story in Raw at the moment.
That is.
Crazy kind of build up because, Rhea Ripley, everybody knows Rhea Ripley's hurt, and she's mommy to Dominic Mysterio.
This makes me think of the
First,
daddy comment Liv told him on Raw. I don't know if you remember that.
I
But I'm
know.
like, what
Yeah, I know. But
the? It's like, what?
low key about that storyline, I think Finn Balor is involved with Liv Morgan.
I think
I think there's
Finn
something.
Balor
I think
needs
Judgment
to
Day is
bring
coming to an
off.
end real quick.
Yeah. And Finn Balor needs his own time. Like, I think
Right.
him and Liv breaking off, that would be nice.
Well, not only that, I think like Finn Balor and Liv are working together, kind of to destroy Judgment Day from the inside.
Yeah. That would be
So,
cool.
like, because Rhea Ripley's gone, right, because of injury. Damian Priest is in charge, which he's not very good at being in charge, and Dominic Mysterio is the easiest one to target because he's closest to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
So it's easy, but it's everybody kind of can see it, but everybody's thinking it's like Dominic that's going to ruin it. No, it's Finn
Yeah.
Balor, dude. Finn Balor's definitely ruining that.
I agree.
For
I
SmackDown, I think it's cool, but for SmackDown, obviously we have the Mark Henry retirement from AJ Styles. Like, you know, full
That is like
throwback there.
That is like the perfect clone. Like it was word for word almost, like action for action. It was the same thing, and I'm like, oh look, I've seen this before. Oh, you don't say. 2013.
Okay, So, for the viewers, obviously, AJ Styles faked a retirement with Mark Henry. He did what Mark Henry did in 2013, faked a retirement.
John Cena to John Cena.
He had, yeah, instead of it being John Cena, it was
It's
Cody
AJ.
Rhodes.
Yeah,
It
AJ
was
Styles
AJ
versus.
Styles and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
AJ Styles attacks Cody. Cody comes on the next week, freaks out, you know what I mean? Wants to fight AJ right there. AJ wants to fight him for the WWE Championship at Clash of the Castle. Cody Rhodes announces it's gonna be an I Quit match. So Hunter, explain to everybody that don't know what an I Quit match is.
Okay, the wrestling king is going to give you guys some knowledge. So an I Quit match, there's no pins, there's no submissions, none of it. The only way to win is to get your opponent to mouth the words "I quit." Now you can beat them bloody. You basically torture them. Is basically what it is. You're literally making your opponent submit to you by saying "I quit." And that's the only way. And if you can make them say "I quit" anywhere, it does not matter. It don't have to be in the ring. It can be out in the crowd. Say me and Cameron and "I quit" match. I take Cam all the way to the back, and I like staple his hand to a desk, and I'm like, I'm gonna staple your face if you don't say "I quit," and then you'll say "I quit." I mean, I'm not saying I would
Yeah,
do that. I'm just giving an example
yeah,
because I've seen that. That actually happened in an "I quit" match.
yeah,
Uh, Another example was like Batista and John Cena after WrestleMania 26 was in an I Quit match, and Cena had Batista and an AA up above his thing, and he was gonna slam him through like a bunch of crap, like he was gonna AA him through the stage, and
yeah,
if he didn't say "I quit," and Batista's like "I quit," Cena did it anyway. I thought that was funny. I thought that was cool. Cena's like, "I don't care. You've tortured me enough in my life. I'm gonna put you through it." I'm like, cool, but it's that kind of stuff.
yeah. So that's basically what this match is gonna be. So I quit. AJ Styles lost the backlash, so he pretty much had to go back to the bottom, right? He had to start all, and he did want, so he
Didn't
pulled
go
that.
back to the bottom.
No, but I mean, like he had to go back. Like there were probably gonna be other
I know the
contenders.
analogy, but like he didn't go to the back of the line. Like he's like,
No,
ooh,
he swiped it over with that retirement thing.
he snaked his way back up to the front. He did the little slither.
But I don't. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't. I think if AJ Styles loses Clash of the Castle, it's probably over for a title shot for a while.
No. Here's what's gonna happen. I'll tell you why. He's gonna get one more run, but this is how he's gonna get it. AJ Styles is my pick to win Money in the Bank.
Really?
He is my pick to win because here's why. LA Knight is going for Paul for the U.S. title. That's gonna start soon. That's gonna start probably around Money in the Bank. Now, who else do I want to win besides him? SmackDown, I think AJ Styles is perfect fit to win Money in the Bank. Raw is Finn Balor. If one of those two, we're gonna win Money in the Bank.
You know how but either one of those two, you obviously know who I would want to win
You'd want
Money in the
Finn.
Bank.
You'd want Finn.
No, not between those two. Those are the two that are probably gonna win it. You know the one
You'd
that
want
I want to win it.
you want LA Knight.
No, I want Jey
No,
Uso to win
who?
it.
Oh,
I want Jey Uso to win it.
I will say this, and this is me personally. Jay's not there yet, and I'll tell you why Jay's not there yet. You got to remember, Jay's still new in singles
Right.
competition. Jay's
He needs to
not
win.
there
They need to let him win a single.
yet.
They need to let him win a single.
So here's what I'm thinking. Sammy's gonna lose to Sheamus because Sheamus has never won the IC title.
He's not losing to Chad Gable. Sure.
No. If you make him lose to Chad Gable, I'll just completely leave. I'll walk off. I'm so sick of that. By the way, I'm so sick of this.
We'll get to
I
that
am
here in a
tired of
minute.
seeing
But
Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. Like I'm done with that. Just shut up. Leave me alone. I
you
don't
think
even
he'll lose
care
to
anymore.
Sheamus though?
I think Sandy will lose to Sheamus at SummerSlam because Sheamus is a legend. Sheamus can be like the in between guy, the veteran,
Mm-hmm.
but like establish it, whatever. He's a veteran. Sheamus. I like Sheamus. I respect Sheamus. So he could be like, coming in the middleman, he can have it for a little bit, prestige, whatever. That's when I would let Jay win the IC title is from Sheamus, a legend, a former world champion, a former US champion who's done
Right.
everything. A guy that has a Hall of Fame career. I would let him, be the gateway champion to Jey Uso. Because that's perfect. Because then Sammy gets to go to the main event scene, which he's been begging for his whole career, which he deserves it, by the way.
Right.
So everyone wins.
Right. And so we had a good story on SmackDown. We've had a decent story. We've had good stories on Raw leading up to this. NXT got a little bit of. We got to see a little bit of that this past
I don't
week.
watch
Cody
that.
Rhodes going to
I don't watch
NXT.
that
I
crap.
don't watch it, but we got to see Cody Rhodes. There's a lot of talent in the NXT division, but
Yeah, and the three major ones are from AEW.
but
I'm
now
just
we are
saying.
here, the Clash of the Castle. Hunter, who do we got to talk? Who's the first one we're to talk about?
Well, I'm going to get this tag team women's match out of the way because I think this is going to be an absolute blowout. To quote the Boston Celtics, I'm thinking sweep. I don't think they're going to lose. We have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Fry and Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. I am going with Belair and Cargill. I don't. The other two ain't
Dude,
important.
dude, they are so much fun to watch. I hate to say it, they dominate everybody in the landscape.
Hey, listen, I am 240 pounds. Okay, I'm bearded. I'm telling you right now that I ain't fighting them. They're men. They make me look like a girl. They made me
They
look
can
like the
whip it.
bearded lady.
They look.
They'd whoop my
Listen,
ass. Oh,
that
they'd
Jay
whoop me
Gar
in a heartbeat.
that Jay Gargill can look like she can whip anybody.
I okay, so when she first came, or when she first was in AEW, right? She came from
Yeah,
AEW. Like that woman is a dude. Like I thought it was a dude, and they're like,
yeah,
no, that's a girl, and I'm like, that woman beat my ass.
dude.
I'm like,
I
that
hate to
woman
say, it, and
beat me.
they are a great duo, by the way.
Oh,
They
and then you look at Bianca, who's like similar to her, and I'm like, oh my god. I will tell you this, but this is the way this is going. So spoiler alert for everybody. Them two eventually are going to face each other in
right.
a one-on-one match, and I'm telling you right now, that's going to be one of the best women's matches of all time.
Oh my god, it'll be great.
And I'm putting
It,
my money on Jade. I'm putting money on Jade. I will. I mean, I should be betting wrestling right now because I've swept the last three pay-per-views.
you can't bet wrestling. When are they gonna let us do that?
Trust me, they don't want me to. That money bank's gonna be like, ching.
No, but I wonder when they would let the world bet.
They've already talked about it. It's supposed to be towards the end of 2024 that we're supposed to be betting on it, right before Road to Mania is what they're trying to get done.
I'd love that because that'd be so much fun to bet.
Don't worry, buddy. We're
You're like
getting rich. I got you. I'll
you're like
sweep.
I'm making
Be like,
cash.
I don't like parlays, but guess what?
All right. So since we talked about it, right? We both picked Bianca Belair and Jade to win easily.
Really, not much else to talk about, to be honest with you.
So we're going to talk about the other one. We got Chad Gable and we got Sami Zayn for the second time in a row. By the way, because it was not that entertaining the
No,
first time.
this is the
Three. It was
third
three.
time.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that was on Raw. But it was
they
on Raw,
wrestle.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. But it don't matter. I'm still counting it because I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. It's annoying. Okay, so Sami Zayn needs to win. Okay, Sammy needs to win, and then Chad Gable needs to go bye bye, and then you need to bring in Sheamus. What's so hard, WWE? What are you doing?
So
What's
here's
going
what I
on?
think. Here's what I think. Sami Zayn retains, right? I think he retains. Otis takes out Chad Gable
I'm
once
hoping.
and for
I'm
all.
hoping it does. Yeah,
Once and
Otis
for
needs
all.
to beat his ass.
I,
Otis needs
I
to.
think I think Otis teams up with Sammy and
I would
Sammy ends
love
up
that.
winning it because obviously we've seen on the Raw like the past couple weeks, right?
Yeah,
Sammy keeps trying to convince Otis. And every
yeah,
single time we're getting a little bit closer to Otis hating Chad Gable a little bit
yeah,
more. So, and after this past Raw, where Otis pretty much got in Chad Gable's face,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, Otis is gonna whip Chad Gable at Clash of the Castle so bad.
He needs to.
Like,
He needs to, man.
Chad Gable's gonna be done. It's done. Like,
Yeah.
and if it ends, please, I don't want to see Chad Gable and Sami Zayn anymore. I don't.
No,
Please
that
don't
needs
bring the
to
story up
quit.
anymore.
It needs to quit, dude. They need to
It's
quit.
not. It's not entertaining.
No, it's not. It's annoying at this point.
It was okay after like the first two times, but I'm done with it. Like I'm done
Right?
with that storyline.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with, and I know it's the same thing with Drew McIntyre right now and Damian Priest. It's like when this shit's over, like I want it to be done.
Well,
Like
see, here's the thing. I don't mind that storyline as much because they started at Mania, but then Drew's
hmm
been like about Punk and about like Rollins and about like all that, right? So
yeah,
this is to me the storyline's still fresh. What I can't stand is to have the same dude against the other dude, and this is like the third time. Like, dude, stop. Just quit it.
yeah. When they continue the same, like I hate to say it, I don't know if I want a Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles 3. I don't know if I'd want that. I know
Oh,
some
I
people
don't.
do, but
Oh,
I don't. I think it ends after two.
I want Cody versus the Viper.
I would love that. I'd love
Uh,
that at SummerSlam.
well, I told you, dude. I could give you 10 guys right now on SmackDown roster that would get 1-for-1. That would one-on-one match. I told you my whole list.
Mhm.
I gave you 10.
So
AJ's gonna lose the I Quit match, and
yeah,
then it's over. He's done. Back of the line. For good. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see your face again. Bye. Go to
so
Money in the Bank.
all right. So we had Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Jay Cargill on the tag team. Who else do we have?
Bailey versus Piper Niven for the women's championship, and I got Bailey retaining.
I think you have to have Bailey retain.
You,
I mean,
see, that's the thing. Like,
it's too early.
you can't cut off their title runs at this point.
No, I think like if you're gonna cut Bailey off,
But
Bailey has to lose
there
at
is
SummerSlam.
there is one person whose title reign is going to end quickly, and I don't
Who
agree
else?
with it. I don't agree with it, but it's going to happen.
Who? Sammy?
No, Damian Priest, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why Priest is the one that's most vulnerable to lose his title is because the way he won it.
Yeah, because he cashed in when Drew McIntyre won it
That's why he's the most vulnerable to lose it.
to the same guy who originally beat Rollins to have it.
Exactly.
And I think Drew. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If we're just jumping to that fight already, right? Because I know we
Well,
talk about
well,
Pipe.
after the Piper Niven, there's ain't much to talk about Piper
No,
Niven and Bailey. That's the thing, because
yeah,
Bailey, we already know Bailey's going to retain.
but I
Bailey's
think
going to conquer a giant in a hard fought match,
dude,
and
like,
then we have that and Rhodes and Styles. There's not very matches to talk about.
so leading up to after WrestleMania, right? And this Drew McIntyre Damian Priest, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that this was gonna happen, and I think Drew McIntyre dominates him. I just think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's domination. I don't think it's a squash match. I think it's going to be long, hard fought
I think Drew
because there's.
McIntyre win. I think he wins. I don't think he.
Oh, I'm picking Drew to win too in the
Yeah,
same
I don't
country, and
think he
it's
gets
yeah.
anywhere.
I mean, yeah, no, I think Drew wins. But here's the thing though,
hmm
and this is the aftermath, long term, because wrestling, that's the thing. You got to think long term about your decisions. It's a domino. It's a ripple effect. What happens to Priest? I have an idea what happens to it, but I have an idea. I already have a plan in place for it.
What would it be?
Judgment Day kicks him out.
I think Judgment Day falls apart.
Finn, Finn wins Money in the Bank. Finn wins the world title. Priest wins the Elimination Chamber. You got Priest versus Balor, Mania 41. That's one
That'd
world
be
title scenario.
interesting.
That's one world title scenario I have. The other one is Punk, McIntyre, Rollins.
I thought about that, but I tell you who also
I have two ideas already.
those are good, but I think you also probably could draw in a Gunther storyline with this. I think Gunther could play his way into that heavyweight title scene a little bit quicker than we think. Because I don't think you can. I don't think you can. You're either going to have Gunther against Cody, right? At some point for an event like that, and you're going to have Gunther
Gunther
facing
versus
for the
Cody,
heavy.
but they're on two different brands. The only way you can have Gunther versus Cody is if Gunther wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He would win Royal Rumble and then face him at WrestleMania. But you can play that card, or I think Gunther, for the most part, is going to be playing his way against Drew McIntyre. I think there's a chance that that could play in that
That's gonna
favor.
happen at SummerSlam. That's gonna happen at SummerSlam if Drew wins the title.
Which by the way, for us being there is going to be dope.
Well, I know, but here's the thing: we've already seen Gunther versus McIntyre. at Mania
Mm-hmm.
39 in a triple threat match with Sheamus, and then it was Gunther versus McIntyre again in a singles match, and that only happened once. So I'd be okay with it happening twice. For the world title, I'd be sick. But I have Drew winning this time. I have Drew winning.
Yeah, Drew's going to beat Damian
I
Priest.
will,
I think.
I will root for Drew over Gunther. I will root for Drew.
Yeah, I will too. But I just think that match is almost inevitable. You know what I mean? I mean, that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Whether Drew, but probably Drew will retain, like you said, and it would be cool to have Seth Rollins and CM Punk back in that same thing for the future. That would be a cool matchup, and I like that idea. I really do. I really like that, and I like it. But also, I like that Finn Balor and Damian Priest. That's
You like
like
that? You like that story?
old buddies, right? Old buddies in the same group turn on each other now to fight for. But then that also, but then if that happens, what happens? So okay, if that happens, right, with Finn Balor, because I think Judgment Day is probably going to fall apart, right? I think there's a good chance it
Yeah.
might. What happens to Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio? What happens to that side of the Judgment Day?
Well, Dom would side. Well, Dom would side with Liv, and then Rhea comes back and gets her revenge on Liv at WrestleMania 41.
And Rhea takes her championship back, right?
Yeah, and then she kicks Dom's ass.
Well, I kind of like that storyline. Oh, man, I do. I like that storyline. I really
Dude, I
do.
told you, I'm made for this, bro. Like, I have so many ideas running through my head about this. You have no idea.
That's a good. So obviously, and then now, so then
I should be a
we talk
writer for
about the
WWE.
heavyweight.
I
You'd be good
should.
at it, but
I would be good at it. I mean, I've watched this ever since I was a kid. I've learned things.
so then now we have. So that was the heavyweight, right? We talked about the
The
heavyweight
title
Clash
went to
Castle.
Cody versus
Now
Styles.
it's. It has to be Cody. It has to be Cody. I mean, you can listen. Cody can't go through all that just to lose this early. I just don't.
I, I've told you that 100 times, but here's the other thing too with that. It's not so much. I mean, it is about that, but here's the other standpoint that we're not talking about. As a Cody Rhodes fan, which I have been, and I'm not like you. I didn't join the trend. I have been with Cody since AEW,
Mm-hmm.
so it's more personal for me. You waited 2 years. You gave us suspense. You gave us heartbreak. You put us through a whole hero's journey with him. For you to take the strap off him this early, it would be terrible. Your ratings are going to fall flat on their face. And you can't let AJ win it and then drop it the next month, because then we're going to be like, well, what the hell was the point of him dropping it? So the only logical explanation and the smart thing to do and what's good for business is you got to keep the strap on Cody. Cody cannot lose this match,
Mm-mm.
because you are risking not only Cody fans leaving, but people leaving in general. And the ratings for SmackDown are going to.
Well,
So,
that's what I'm saying. You can't drag a story on
yeah.
for so long, and then to build up the hype that 40 did, right?
Right.
And build up this, and then for him to go through all just to get through June through the second pay per view and lose it,
Right.
like it's just like, do I think he'll? Do I think he? I think there's a chance he could hold it for a year,
Yeah.
like to WrestleMania 41, but I don't think he can hold it after that. I don't think it'll happen after that.
He needs at least an 8 to 10 month reign. I'm
I'm
okay with
cool
him
with
losing
that,
at the Mania. I'm okay with him losing at WrestleMania. But
right?
you cannot let this man lose it. I mean, Royal Rumble to Mania, if he loses it there and has to get, and like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But you cannot tell me that he can lose it only after April, May, and this is June. 2
Yeah.
months? No,
Nah,
you can't.
I don't agree with that. So,
He can't drop it that early.
but I think it'll be a good match. I do
Oh,
like watching him and AJ.
it'll be an
Him and
amazing
AJ
match.
Styles at Backlash was great.
I
I
love I
think
Quit
it'll
matches.
be but I
You
think
you
this
need to
match,
watch this. You need to watch an I Quit match. You
yeah,
need to. This is where I'm depending on you. I don't care if you don't watch the whole card. I don't care. Watch one freaking match.
Bro, I gotta watch Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill dominate, dog.
That's gonna be over in like 10 minutes, dude. Over. Boom.
Dude, that's
Sleep.
good.
Night
I
night.
know, but it'd be so many. I do want to watch Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. I really
Have
do.
you
I want
seen
to watch them.
have you seen Dawn, dude? She's gonna run up to him, she's gonna look like a mini pancake compared to her, and she's gonna body slam her. She's gonna throw her around like a rag doll.
Bro, the Kabuki Warriors look like they look like mini pancakes compared to them. Like, are you serious? Like,
So bad. That was such a bad match. Well, Asuka was hurt, right?
bro,
Which
but
I
it
love
doesn't
Asuka.
matter.
Asuka's been buried by WWE. She has not been given a fair shake. So I would defend Asuka, but like she was hurt. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I
Bro,
agree with you
Jade
100%. Like
Cargill
that.
threw the Kabuki Warriors around like rag dolls.
It was like Lord of the Rings. It was like Gimli versus a human, like a tall human. It's not great.
Okay, for a good example. Okay, so that's Lord of the Rings, like Game of Thrones. It was like Jon Snow versus Tyrion Lannister. Like, please stop and get out of here. Like, please just quit. I mean,
It's bad, dude.
like,
It was bad.
oh my god, but it was funny too at the same time. I had to laugh.
Oh yeah, you had to laugh. It was funny. I mean, it was
But
bad,
I am excited. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this because I do want to see Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. I do want to see that, and obviously I want to watch Cody Rhodes. So,
oh, you know
but
where I'll be. You know I won't leave the house.
yeah, yeah, you will.
When?
Yeah, you will if Connor McDavid goes down 3-0. He'll be leaving the house fast.
I meant for Clash of Castle, not hockey. They're assholes.
Had to bring it in. But
Oh, of course you
so
did. Yeah,
anyway,
yell at me for the
anyway,
Trevor Lawrence contract, but no.
anyway, the Clash of the Castle this weekend, exciting. Build up to SummerSlam episode 2. Uh, I love the series. I do. I love getting into WWE. It was fun for me. I got to run in and jump, but hate to say, I did have to go back and watch a whole bunch so I could understand, what you know the story of how it is, the storylines and stuff like that. So
Right.
I've went back and watched like
I
all
got
like
you hooked, dude.
so,
This is your drug. You're
dude,
just addicted.
dude, I'm watching like Raw like 3-4 months ago. Like I'm watching like back three like the build up to WrestleMania 40. I'm
You're you're
watching
you're
SmackDown and Raw.
you're okay. That was like a great. I'm trying to think of when Vince left again, and he's done for good. I think Vince was done for good, like right after Survivor Series.
Yeah,
If I
so
remember right,
but I'm talking about like I've watched
nothing to
them in
do.
I've
I
watched
know,
them
but
more than March.
I want to get you out of like Vince era because Vince sucked. Vince was like Vince
People hated
retired
him.
because he sucked, dude. Vince retired and then he came back and then like all this stuff about like Brock Lesnar, like him slutting out like underage girls to Brock Lesnar, like pimping him out. And then like he was doing stuff with underage girls and like the talent women against their will and shit. And I'm like, bro, you can't have that. And now Stephanie's back. I roll. A McMahon shouldn't be in WWE. Let Triple H run it. Woohoo.
Well, she's married to Triple H, but I
Oh,
mean,
I know. I've known that. Triple H, my dude. I know everything about Triple H. Trust me. His real name's Paul Levesque. Yes,
so
I
he
know that.
can't. But I know, but he can't get away. That's his wife. You know what I mean? I mean, can't throw
No,
his wife out.
bullshit. There's the door, bitch. Bye bye.
Nope, that's his wife. But
I'm just
anyway,
kidding.
anyway, build up to Clash of the Castle, build up SummerSlam 2. Yeah, love the
Guys, we
series
will be live. We will be
at
live.
SummerSlam.
I don't know. It'll probably be my phone, just for
Yeah,
the fact that I know I'm the wrestling expert, so it'll probably be my phone. But no, we will be live. Like we will have a live pre-show and stuff. So join us, swipe
I'm
up,
excited.
whatever.
I'm
TikTok. We
excited.
will be live on Talk.
I'm gonna be
Now,
4. Well, I mean, there's like so many crazy ideas coming to SummerSlam, right? Like, not only the matchups that are gonna happen, but like, Roman Reigns' return has been talked about at SummerSlam. Uh, we're gonna see what the Bloodline. The Rock is apparently supposed to make an appearance, even though he's injured. He's supposed to make some type of appearance.
ew, ew.
Like, SummerSlam is built up to like continue. Well, I know for sure that Roman Reigns is supposed to be back.
Roman will be back. Like but he will be back for SummerSlam.
But I love what. So I went back and kind of like listened to what Triple H said, after WrestleMania 40, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Roman he had his reign, right? And his reign as a champ, but now he's going on a whole new story, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
new story that he's going to be going on, he's going to peak it. It's going to be an awesome story. So I'm like, dude, they're going to, if they were already ready, you know what I mean, for this new
Yeah.
story to start with him, I can't, like, and he did wonders for the WWE. I mean, looking at it, he did wonders for it, but now he's not the main character anymore. You know what I mean? He's now a
Yeah.
side piece story.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome to see that. Like you don't have to hate him as much because everybody wanted him to fall off the top because the bloodline kept saving him every time. You know what I mean? They would say like Jimmy Uso saving like him against Jay. Technically,
Yeah.
Jay would won that, or uh, the other fights he'd been into. Like he
Yeah.
was getting saved, and the people wanted him to come off the top, and that's why Cody's story got built so big because of it. But now, I mean, we get to actually love him because he can be a side story. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna be a side story. It'd be fun to watch. But anyway, SummerSlam will be fun. Money in the Bank will be great. But Clash of the
Money
Castle,
in the Bank
Hunter
will be
loves
high
this
school.
event, so he'll be so excited for it. Hunter will be having a
What?
great
What?
Saturday.
No. No. I am okay with this. The event I'm going to be hyped for before SummerSlam is Money in the Bank. That's the one that I love.
You know what the thing is? Hunter has more hype for this than he did than King and Queen of the Ring.
We don't talk about that trash. We don't talk
He
about
he
that trash.
hated that one. He hated it.
The card was bad, dude. The card was bad. It was bad.
I didn't mind him and Logan Paul. Wasn't so bad.
No, I'm not talking about the match. I'm talking about the card.
Yeah.
The
Oh
card
yeah, the
was
card was
bad.
terrible.
Oh look, I got a
Yeah.
old ass broken back, hurt Randy Orton against Gunther. Oh, I wonder how that'll go, Chief. And then the way the match ended with a roll up. Are you kidding me?
Bro, they got to do a tag team match with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. We got to get some more tag team matches for that. That
Oh,
duo is
oh,
great. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton together though, that is absolutely incredible.
So to recap the WrestleMania 40, okay, just bring you. I'm done talking about it as soon as I get this off my chest because I thought this was the highlight of the triple threat U.S. title match was when Kevin Owens like, "Are we gonna do this now?" And I'm like,
Yeah, if he looked at Randy, he's like, "Yeah, we gonna do this now." Like,
and Randy goes, "Okay, we're gonna do it now." And then they start punching each other in the face. I
dude, it was
loved it.
great. It was
I
great.
loved
Like,
it.
but build the Clash Castle anyway. Episode 2. So thank you guys for tuning in, and uh, hopefully UFC 303 we can start our UFC event. Our UFC show for that. Don't know what that's going to be. We're not going to jump into it. If you want to listen to more details about UFC 303, go watch the main show. And the main shows, got NBA, NHL, uh, tennis, golf, WVU baseball, and UFC 303. We kind of highlighted on all those. But anyway, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys for Money in the Bank.
See you guys.